Hello my beautiful love goods, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're building another tiny house, and this one it doesn't seem that tiny, but I added it up and this is less than 100 blocks, so or grid tiles is what they're called, which makes more sense. But the Sims team, they recently did this little challenge for the new stuff pack that's coming out, the Sims 4 Tiny Living stuff, and they basically were like, oh yeah, tiny houses, you know, they need to be under 100 grid tiles, and this one is under 100 grid tiles. It's like 80 or something, so this one is actually kind of a big tiny house, I'm not gonna lie. By my standards, 100 grid tiles is quite small. I guess that also includes the foundation too, so you know, I guess it is like not the foundation, but like if there's like a porch or something, you know. But anyway, aside from all that, this is just a tiny family house. It is in oh wait, I was gonna say Desert Springs. I'm like, that is not what this place is called. It's Oasis Springs. So yeah, it's a really pretty world. We got it with the base game, y'all know it by now, but I haven't built in it for a while for some reason, and I just built in it again and I was like, oh my gosh, I love it so much. It's so great. I love the colors, and the colors kind of inspired the interior just a bit. I would say just a bit, because I do implement some accents of orange and green and here and there, but I kept it a little soft, so yeah. But anyway, this is a 2-bedroom and 1-bathroom tiny house, and it's on a 20 by 15 lot, and the lot is originally called Nookstone. And yeah, I really like building on 20 by 15 lots for tiny houses just because, I don't know, they just fit nicely here. I feel like a tiny house on a big lot actually looks good too. I might try that. I haven't done that before, which is weird and surprising, but another builder, I can't remember which one, they said something about building a tiny house on a really big lot and then like doing like a lot of landscaping and like, you know, terrain tool manipulation and stuff like that, and you know, just playing around with that and making it really cool. But yeah, I also in this build wanted to make sure that I was using things that I hadn't normally used, like haven't used in a while, or you know, don't typically go for using in these types of homes, and I feel like it works really well. I feel like it's nice and homey and still kind of modern and contemporary, but it's got that little bit of rustic kind of lived in vibe, I guess, if you want to call it that. The windows are really nice. These are actually from the Discover University pack. They're kind of cool. I don't know, they just have a lot of really cool like variations and like colors and stuff, and I really liked how the white like really stood out against the Oasis Springs landscape and everything. But yeah, and by the way, before I forget, I am not using, and I said not using, any custom content in this build. I just was kind of getting a little overwhelmed and needed to do a CC free build, and that's what this one is. So you don't have to have any custom content to download this, and you can find it really easily on the gallery by searching my username lukeydean and the hashtag Lukey, as well as the hashtag LukeyLupin. I've been tagging my newer builds LukeyLupin so that you can find my newer builds only if that's what you desire. I don't know, but yeah, and also for this build, I am using a different reshade preset. I am using Harry's preset. I know I'm like Harry has, like literally everything Harry makes is great. So, you know, you should go follow her on YouTube, just saying. But I will try to leave a link in the description to her preset down below for reshade, and it's called Light Brigade, and it's really pretty, and I just had to use it because, you know, it's really nice, and it's not like a crazy change for the game. It's just a little bit more vibrant. The colors are brighter, and the shadows aren't as dark, like they're not as deep dark, so it's actually kind of nice because that helps balance out that crazy rich saturation that, you know, sometimes happens with certain colors, you know, like the oranges and stuff. They're really vibrant, but so the shadows being not so dark actually kind of keeps it from being so crazy. So yeah, anyway, I got distracted there for a second. Noises, like little noises, distract me like crazy. So but yeah, this is a really nice little house. I wanted to make sure that I implemented some modern elements so that it does look like a modern house, but the furniture and stuff is kind of mismatched. It's kind of, you know, it's a little bit rustic in spots. Island Living came in really handy today for some reason. Like it just, I don't know, like it's a really good pack for like the items and the world and stuff. It looks really pretty and the content's really nice. The gameplay is kind of blah, but you know, I mean, to each their own, I guess. But yeah, the content's really nice, and I used some of it in this build. The flooring included, as well as, you know, those pergolas and the table, and like there's, you know, some beds and some side tables that I use are really, really nice. They have really cool, like rich wooden tones, which I kind of love. They're really fun. But yeah, and the exterior, I kept it pretty simple and clean, nothing too crazy, not a whole lot of landscaping. That's why I really like building in Oasis Springs, is that you can kind of get by with just throwing out things here and there and it looks good because, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. And I used some world objects to kind of, you know, add a little something different, you know, like I used some of the like cacti from the Strangerville game pack. I was gonna say stuff pack. No, it's a game pack. But yeah, I used some of those and a few other things. I should have put a Joshua tree or something. That'd be really fun, but I don't know. I just kind of forgot, I guess. But anyway, we're getting on into the interior, and this is what I was talking about. I was trying to add in some kind of fairly clean modern elements while also making sure it was a little bit more fun and colorful and a little bit more mismatched. So I really like this little kitchen. It's really cute. I love how the dining area, like little dining table, comes out in the end. I don't know why I love it so much. Those stools that came with spa day, and those like tables that are like bar height, so you can put stools on them, that come with dine out. For some reason in that swatch, they look perfect together. Like they work really well together, and I just think like the wood tones match, but it's still a little bit different, so that, I don't know, looks really good, and I just really, really like it. And I don't know, I just really love finding those little things in The Sims 4 that just kind of work together, you know. It's really fun. And there's another thing from Island Living, that chair, that little like armchair. It's really like fun because you can kind of see through it a little bit. It's got like a mesh kind of, it's a mesh because it is a mesh, but you know, it's a see-through mesh in the mesh. You know what I mean? Like how objects in The Sims are meshes. Anyway, or are they? I don't know. I'm not a technical person when it comes to that. But anyway, and what I'm trying to do in this build is I didn't make any of the walls white. That's obviously my default whenever I start working on a build, is I paint all the walls white for some reason. I just need them to be painted. And sometimes I do leave, like, you know, blank white walls, not blank, but like sometimes I'll leave walls white just because it brightens up the space. But in this house, I decided not to do that, except for the tile in the kitchen. All the other walls are painted in some way, and that really helped. Like it really allowed me to use like white furniture without it looking like white on white on white. You know what I mean? Like I've got these colorful walls, but then I've got white furniture, which it really balanced it out really nicely. Especially the chair and the love seat that I used. The love seat's from Parenthood, and like there's still like color like on the base of those like furniture pieces. I don't know what I'm saying there, but yeah, it just allowed me to use colorful things while also using white. So yeah, it kept it from being so like blah. And I don't know, I kind of like it. I kind of want to try this kind of method out for like other builds and stuff. That'd be kind of fun. But anyway, it's coming along very slowly, and this house should be fully functional. When I'm building, I kind of get the idea of whether something will be functional or not, and pretty much everything will be functional. I've played the game enough to know at this point. I don't player test it usually, because a lot of the times I usually just build for aesthetics and stuff, but in this case it definitely should work. Like I don't see any other reason why it shouldn't work. I mean, there's lots of space upstairs, like almost too much, but you know, that's a good thing for the gameplay, I guess. But the downstairs also should be fully functional too. There really isn't any reason why it shouldn't be. The bathroom, maybe, I don't know. It could be broken, but I don't know. It should be fine. I should have tested that for sure, but I didn't because I'm lazy and I was bored. And so yeah, here is the master bedroom, and I really like the master bedroom a lot. Like I really like it. It's so cozy. And I use this bed from Outdoor Retreat, and I mixed it up with these side tables from Island Living. And what I did is I shrunk them down one, and then I turned them sideways so that you couldn't see like the ornamental like front. I just thought it would just kind of you know, change it up a bit. And I used the OMSP shelf by Picture Me, but I don't leave that in my build, by the way. So it will be CC free, but that shelf is really awesome for cluttering up surfaces where items won't slot right or anything. So, you know, it's really handy. I do have a tutorial on my channel if you want to look that up. I'm pretty sure there's other creators here on YouTube that have done better and more in-depth tutorials. So definitely go give a little Google search for that. What am I saying? I don't know. I just lost my train of thought there. But yeah, low-key dissociated yet again because that happens. But yeah, it's really handy. And I put those really fun like lamps, and then I use another Island Living thing. I use the Island Living dresser there, and it looks really pretty in this build. I don't know why. Maybe it's just this reshade preset that's making them look even prettier than I usually see them as, but I don't know. But I mixed it with all sorts of other stuff like that, you know, like that love seats from the movie Hangout stuff, and then you've got the rug from Seasons. It's just really, really fun to mix and match all this stuff. And I decided to go with more Island Living in the kids' bedroom. I used the bed and that same dresser, but in full size. And I don't know, it just looks really nice. I don't know, it's just maybe it's this preset, maybe it's just because, you know, I'm itching for warm weather. I'm kind of tired of this. I mean, here in Kentucky, we have not gotten snow once this year. Well, no. We got snow once this winter, back in November, but that was it. We haven't had snow once since. Like, it's just been rain and disgustingness and flooding and storms, and it's just stupid and terrible. It's supposed to get cold again in February, and that's whenever we might get snow, but it's nonsense. But it's still been cold and gloomy and disgusting, and, you know, seasonal depression, hello. But yeah, it's just nasty. I really miss summer already. I really want it to be here because I love summer. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it's terrible. Like, you know, halfway through summer, I'm like, oh my god, it's so hot. When is autumn gonna get here? But at the same time, I'm just like, I need the sun so bad. Like, I want sun. I want to be in the warmth so bad. Maybe that's why I keep leaning towards the Island Living furniture, because it reminds me of warmth. I don't know. But yeah, the bathroom is a little weird. I'm not particularly sure what I was going for with the bathroom. Bathrooms are kind of hard for me to do sometimes, especially when I don't know what style I'm going for. So I just used the Island Living toilet and sink, as well as the Outdoor Retreat shower. I thought they kind of went well together. And I did this weird thing with this modern base game mirror, and I kind of used it with Move Objects to kind of move it into the wall behind the sink. And I don't really know what I was going for, but it's a thing, and it should work. I don't really know, but yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this build. I'm just kind of throwing some things in this little hallway stairwell area. I never know what to put there, like, at all. Like, I just don't know. It's just I just throw plants and some chairs and a lamp. So, you know, that's just how you fill in spaces. But anyway, this build is again available on the gallery by searching my username lukeydean and the hashtag Lukey and the hashtag LukeyLupin if you want to find my newer builds. And yeah, there is no custom content whatsoever again, and I will be sure to leave links in the description to the OMSP shelf, as well as Harry's Reshade preset Light Brigade. It's beautiful. This is actually what I took the screenshots in as well, so that you know, you can appreciate it a little bit more. But anyway, I hope y'all had fun. I don't know what I was saying there. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and be sure to hit the like button, as well as leave a comment telling me what future videos you would want to see. And if you haven't subscribed already, please be sure to join the Love Goods. We are a crazy bunch of, you know, amazing, magical people here, and we're the weird ones of YouTube, but that's okay, because who wants to be normal? But anyway, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird and beware of the nargles.